I'm Doug Applegate with Praxidyn, and I'm here at the Iowa State Fair with Pacey. And he has won the 4-H Innovation Award, and he's going to tell us some things about himself and his project. So, Pacey, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Pacey Bogue. I am from Carroll. I just graduated from Carroll High, and then next year I'm planning to attend Iowa State for biomedical engineering.
Cool. So, tell us about what you won the Innovation Award with, but then we want to hear some other things that you have fun doing as well.
Right. So what's currently at the State Fair in the center island is my tornado siren. But it's not just a normal tornado siren. This thing has been designed from scratch, and then it was 3D printed. What you see there is the final product of all the versions of horns coming together. But what started this, well, believe it or not, would be fish tanks of all things. During COVID, everything locked down. What are we going to do? So I started doing fish tanks. Started off with fresh water, and then it got 1, then 2, then 5, and then before you knew it, I had 40 fish tanks as of last December.
Do you just keep all your fish separate so they get
some
along better?
Some are community tanks, some are more aggressive, so they're kept apart. And then also I have a saltwater reef tank with a whole bunch of corals and everything.
Cool.
And then I have a brackish water tank with a mud skipper. That's pretty cool. And then I also have dart frogs, axolotls, pufferfish, whole bunch of random things. However, now that I'm going to college, the number has drastically gone down to 2 now.
Who has to do chores when you're gone?
So I got it down to, out of the 40 tanks, I'm down to 2. But then I just gave them to people in my community who wanted, if parents said, hey, I want to fish. I'm like, well, here's everything you'll need. And I've also given back to people who's given to me. So
Sure.
I just keep passing it down, continuing how it goes. Anyway, so when I'm shutting down these fish tanks, all of a sudden, these 4-hour things that took all this time to take care of all these fish tanks, I had all this time now. Granted, I'm working every day, I'm involved, I have a lot of schoolwork. In fact, I just graduated high school with 3 associate degrees.
Cool.
However, I don't sleep. I'm always doing something. So instead of doing fish tank time, I was just sitting around. I'm like, I can't sit around. So then I started 3D printing. And what started the 3D printing was a tornado siren. That was the first thing I did. Now, granted, the one out there, has a decent size. However, the one that I started with was just little itty-bitty thing that connected to a impact drill. So when I spinned it whistled. Now, we went through some learning curves. The first one, the tolerance was wrong, so it fused together. The second one had not enough infill for spinning at 32 RPMs, 3,200 RPM, so it became plastic shrapnel. But eventually we found one that works, and then we upgraded it to a 24-volt motor, so it was bigger, and we made it dual-toned. And then after that, it kind of just spiraled out of control, and we connected it to a bench grinder. And then before you knew it, we have one that is almost to full scale. I made it as big as my 3D printer could make it. Okay. And then that's what we have at the fair now. And then during this building of the siren, I've also built a whole bunch of other crazy things because, I like to try new things, circuit board coding, 3D printing, the whole 10 yards. So that's kind of what it spiraled into.
So out of all those disciplines, what have you enjoyed the most?
Oh, goodness. So I have found my favorite thing, well, besides showing my friends that, hey, look what I built. Yeah. My favorite part I like is the 3D designing. Coding, I can do it, not my favorite. The circuit board design absolutely adds a whole new level to new things, but 3D printing, I absolutely love it.
So designing with Fusion 360.
Yep, that's exactly what I like to do. Cool. I have a lot to learn on there, but, I learn piece by piece, and I think college is going to be fantastic for getting it to the next level.
So biomedical engineering, tell me a little more about why that field, why biomedical?
All right, so actually that's a really good point. So obviously I like to build things, and my end goal was, one, I need to do something new every day. I like to be hands-on, and what I ended up doing, and I think what I'm, granted this could all change, is I want to do biomedical engineering, but I'm doing it on a pre-dental track. Whether I become a dentist or fall in love with biomedical engineering, I'm not really sure yet. I'm kind of just hoping to go with it, but the reason I picked biomedical engineering, it also helps with prerequisites for dental school if I chose to go down that path. Now, again, who knows where I'm going to end up.
Okay. So one of the goals we have is to encourage 4-H members to excel and do things such as you have. Do you have advice for younger members?
Yes, absolutely. Do not be scared to fail. I mean, you see all these great things at the final products. My friends see all the great things, on my private Snapchat story, like, oh, this is the final product. What they don't see is the plastic shrapnel, the fires, the explosions, the shorts. They don't, I have made so many mistakes, but at the same time, I'm learning from all of this. Where, yes, it is frustrating at sometimes. It's like, oh my gosh, again, seriously. But every mistake you make, you learn, and you just continue to get better. And so that's where my thing is: just don't be afraid don't be scared to fail. Just keep trying, try new things, and that's what it's all about.
Did you let the smoke out of any of your electronics?
My birthday present was a fire extinguisher. So we're good now.
You have wise parents.
Yes, I do. My parents are pretty great for letting all this happen.
So who are your parents?
My dad is Dr. Chris Bogue. He's a dentist in Carroll, and then my mom, Jana Bogue, she does the books and also works at the dental office with my dad.
Very good. Well, we have really enjoyed meeting Pacey. Oh, tell us where your name comes from.
Oh yeah, so everyone's asking, where does the word name Pacey come from? So it's actually from a TV show from Dawson's Creek, that's a while ago. But the other unique thing about my family names is every single one of my brothers, we all have a measurement in it. So Miles, Pace, Pacey, Pace, and then Weston Graham, and then there's obviously Graham. So that's kind of a unique way of where all of our names come from.
Mm-hmm. Well, cool. Well, we have enjoyed very much meeting Pacey, and I'm sure he's going to be doing great things in the future.